Welcome to Simon's Sealed Seminar. It's a new kind of videos I'm trying here, which is where I go through a sealed pool from the newest format, which is Dominaria, of course. I'm not going to play any rounds because I think the most important thing is the build anyway, and this makes me able to make more videos and shorter. They're going to be short and sweet. Sealed deck is the go-to format if you want to qualify for the Pro Tour. It is the Grand Prix Day 1 where we play 8 rounds, and it is a PPTQ, both on Magic Online and in real life sometimes. So this is going to be mostly on the build. And Dominaria Sealed is a sweet format. It's very slow, and you really have to rationalize your removal spells to hit the right target. Because you don't want to end up in a spot where you're just going to lose to your opponent's bomb like Lyra Dawnbringer or something. So let's look at our rares and see what we got this time. We got 7 rares, in fact. Helm of the Host. Gotta tell you, the chances that this card is going to end up in my deck is almost 100%. This card would be a bomb in any format, but this format is also slow. And this card is just insane. So I'm almost assuredly going to put this card in my deck somehow. Our other rares are interesting, but none of them are insane. Yoda Archmage, hard to cast 4/3 flyer. It's good if you can reliably cast this card, maybe have some Skittering Surveyor, but I'm not too excited about that. This card is bad because you only put lands and legendary creatures into play. Lands you don't care about, and legendary creatures you don't have enough of, in my usually estimation. This card is a little more interesting. 6 mana Time Walk, bounce a card's creature. Non-land permanent, sorry. So you can sometimes just kill them because you bounce their best blocker and attack them twice. And you obviously need enough legendary creatures. Speaking of which, we have Naban, Dean of Iteration, 2/1. Doubles all the effects that would put Wizard Trigger on the stack. So if we have Academy Journey Wage, which we have 1, I can see here, that is already good. And we can see if we have some more wizards. Oath of Teferi is bad. I had Teferi and Oath of Teferi in my pool once. Played Teferi, didn't play this card because even though I had a Planeswalker, it is not worth a card to blink something once. So no. Urza's Ruinous Blast I found to be more of a sideboard card because your opponents sometimes have legendary permanents and they're often one of their best permanents. So you need a lot of legendary permanents, and even then it may not even be good enough. So let's look at our colors. I usually like to see which color is the card I have the most of and the color I have the least of. Most of we have red and 3 copies of Shivan Fire. Well done, that's interesting. The least of the cards I have in white. Alright. So in white looks shallow to me. I mean, we have Dauntless Bodyguard, good card. We have Healing Grace, Tragic Poet, not good. This is meh. Mesa Unicorn is okay. Dub is risky because there's a lot of removal and bounce. And the rest of the cards are just mediocre. So I can almost exclude white. There's nothing I even want to splash here. No Blessed Light to splash either. Blue, I like Arcane Fight if I have the Hexproof Turtle. I do not. Don't like Artificial Assistant Rescue. I like Blink of an Eye. Naban could be good. It also helps me cast Karn's Temporal Sundering. Reliquary I like because there is a lot of people who play aggressive decks in this format. Because they may not know that slower decks are good, and this blocks early. And late game you can punch through the last damage sometimes. So I like to have one of these. I mean, you have to have some 2-drops. And the Merfolk Trickster is sweet with Naban, but of course it's hard to utilize a double ability on that card. But sometimes in the really late game, your opponent attacks with 2 creatures and you can ambush them both. It's playable. I mean, you can get rid of flyers with that card or some annoying legend. Academy Drake is a bread and butter of blue decks. It's good early, good late, and it has evasion too, which is important. Really like that card. Divination I like too. I don't like Homerid Explorer though. The best use of this is to mill away a scry from a Cloud Reader strings, but most of the time you can't even use the ability to good effect. If you have Multani, it's good to mill yourself, or if you have Soul Salvage. But most of the time it's not good. I should also mention this card. I don't like this card too much. It's too hard to use the mana effectively. Academy Journey is great, and I'm gonna put Karn's Temple Sundering here for now because I really like the card. Syncopate is good, scales very good. So, blue looks good, but a little shallow, only 10 cards. So blue will be the support color then. In black we have the excellent cast down. Rat Colony I don't like. Deathloop Talent is okay, but it's not really what I want to do in this format. But it is a nice blocker. Soul Savage is usually good. Should have Cycling though. We got spoiled with Wandering Death. Dark Bargain is sweet. Faded Omnivore is okay. Elders Reborn is okay. I found that this often eats up just a token of some kind. So I'm not too excited about it, but you do get relative amount of value. I usually play this card. This card is fine, nothing special. So blacks looks not very good. A little shallow and the power level isn't really there. Basically just cast down, which we could splash, maybe if we want to. Now in red we have 3 Cups of Shivan Fire. Great card again. The kicker just makes this card because it kills something early in the late game. 4 damage is enough to kill a lot of the cards. Orcish Vandal, no. Scourge Prospector, no. 3 Cups of Ranamok. Don't like that it only gives you attacking creatures the bonus, so it's bad if you're on the defensive. Double Gitu Journey Mage. That is cool with Navan because it deals 4 damage. That can add up quickly. We may have an interesting wizard deck. Wow, we have 2 Valduk Keeper of the Flame. Now, of course, now we want to look at the equipment. We have Helm of the Host, but that's a win more. Of course, it's very good to have the double, get the free one too, but you don't really need that. We also have Short Sword and Jousting Lance. So, this could be an engine. And this also helps me cast Karn's Temporal Sundering. Interesting. Wizard's Lightning is great. It's basically a lightning bolt, oftentimes in this deck. Don't like Goblin Warship. It's basically just a 2/2 for 2. Radiating Lightning is more of a sideboard card against a green decks with Saplings. Rampaging Cyclops is solid though. Or it's going to be a 4/4 blocker. So this is really looking like a red-blue deck. In green we have Arbor Armament, which is meh. Landor Elves is good. Double Ancient Animals, so that would be fine if we were red-green because we could combine it with Valduk. Broken Bond sideboard, ooze not great. Fungal Plots could be an engine, but you need some ways to make Saplings naturally, because on its own I don't think this card is good enough. Pierce the Sky sideboard, Gorfon Dashes is a good way to splash. Cross-on Druid, meh. Gas Protector, meh. Unplayable. So no greens, not too shallow. We got no red-blue gold card, unfortunately. What more do we have? We have the Blood Fallow Candle, which is fine. Pardic Wanderer, which I'd like to play. Guardians of Koilos. What do we have? We have Helm of the... Oh, it only blinks, so it doesn't return. And if they can kill Helm of the Host, this doesn't help. Otherwise, if it returned, it would be too good, by the way. But then it will be more interesting. So, a Steer Glider I think is a little too aggressive for this deck. Voltaic Servant, we don't have the crew, the 7/7. Don't know the name. I don't want to play Shield of the Realm, even though I have double Valduk, because I think I don't want to play bad cards to enable this. So this is looking interesting. Look at our curve. Alright, so I have no Skittering Surveyor, so I'm not going to splash cast down. I only have 11 creatures, so I kind of want one more creature. And maybe this card is just good enough. It saves your legends from Deep Freeze. Sadly, there is no pacifism in this set, but I don't think there is too much else you can do. I mean, Deep Freeze is a common that most blue decks play, and it is nice to save your artifact from that. You can also maybe give this Sept of Vigilance in some very late game corner cases. Don't think there's any way to abuse this with that card. And I guess you also get a couple of extra triggers for Relic Runner. That could be important. You can Let's say they are on 4. You play this card. This becomes unblockable. You bounce your short sword. And then next turn you play it again and it's unblockable. Could even work if they're on 6 because short sword makes it 3 damage. So maybe this card is good enough. I think it's better than this glider because we have a lot of free drops already. And I think this card is enough utility. 4/4 is also kind of beefy. Yeah, so let's look at our colors here. And we have a little more red and now we have actually exactly enough red and blue. So which color do we want to play more of? Probably blue because there's this trickster and Khan's Temple Sunday, I guess. I guess we have 3 Shivan Fire, but we're almost never casting them on turn 1 anyway. So I'm going to play 9 islands and 8 mountains. For once, me and Magic Online are completely in agreement. Alright, so this is going to be my deck. I hope you like this video. There will be more to come from my other sealed pools.